In it?
There's one more second. Gotta turn that on. Alright.
Oh. Long overdue. We are gonna
wrap this piece
finish.
of shit up.
We are gonna destroy. We're gonna crush this game. And where was I last? Oh, I wanted to press the floor thing like in Dead Space, but I realized I'm not playing Dead Space. This must be the transport hub. I better save all my money for the fucking assault rifle.
Yeah, I want to take a look at the assault rifle, but also don't forget you're going to want to upgrade your grip a little bit so you can do your combos in the lab.
So I think I've come to the conclusion that the Magnum's a useless gun because you use the Magnum to shoot tentacles, but this thing will one-shot any tentacle. The tac pistol, but it's more economic because it's got a higher magazine capacity.
Well, the Magnum, if you're playing it the way the developers don't intend, the Magnum has good damage per shot. So if you're doing your grab combos, you get a good chunk of damage every time you do one of your quick shots in your fucking.
If you're playing as the cringe developers, grip is A button.
And if you're playing the way the developers don't want you to play, I'm saying the Magnum is good if you're playing the psycho in psycho mode.
Can I open these chests? No, not for us.
If you're going sicko mode, the Magnum gives you really good damage per shot.
I gotta go back to... Why are those things turning blue and then not? I don't know. I gotta go back. No one will be seated for the thrilling Callisto protocol.
No one will be seated for the thrilling conclusion to Callisto protocol.
I think I killed everything in this room, so...
Jeez.
You even hold the key card up. Fail. Epic fail. Epic fail. I'm just trying to reacquaint myself with the control scheme because I was playing Dead Space 1. So, I almost...
Man, you go... it got really cold last night. I woke up and I just, like, my sinuses were killing me.
It was like 20 degrees last night.
Yeah. It was freezing. My room can get pretty chilly during the evenings, so... Oh, you dumb idiot. You stabbed him on the wrong side.
Oh.
In the back of his neck.
Nice.
A grip energy pack. I'll tolerate it for now.
Yeah, higher capacity is just what you're going to want to go for eventually so you don't have to do it.
Oh. Now they're coming for me! Hey!
Jogger Dave!
Hey! What are you doing here, man? I killed you a while ago.
Jogger Dave's running around still.
They're getting close. Dave's getting closer. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, it works.
Okay. Don't forget to get some shots in there, too.
My grip's a piece of shit. My grip's a piece of... How do I stomp again?
Why, I'm pretty sure?
Yeah. Thank you.
I was paying attention to the tutorials. Yeah, so it's like grip, smack, smack, grip, quick shot, grip, smack, smack.
Very good. It works. It fucking works. Look at that shit. You can really just play this game like a fucking fighting game. Oh, there we go. Oh no.
You know,
There's too many of them!
For a game that likes to swamp you on enemies, it sure doesn't like the idea of having grenades.
Yeah, no. There's not even like a grenade launcher attachment for any of these guns.
Man, I love contextual stealth kills. I love the United Nations. I love corn syrup. Yeah, you can kill enemies so much faster with that grip trick. Holy, the grip cancel. That's what it's official. That's what we're calling it now, right? The grip cancel.
Yeah, grip canceling. This is the new speedrun technique.
Well, the new speedrun technique is turning the game off.
Gaming wizard from New York State.
That's him. That's him. That's the gaming wizard of New York. The gaming wizard of Las Vegas. That's him. Clip that.
Yeah, that's what you want to grip. Not the fucking enemy game. That's what I want to grip. Some fucking piece of shit.
Just do your gay contextual stealth kill and be happy about it.
You're right. Oh, we're making a lot of, we're making extra. Oh my god, we got so many packed pistol rounds.
Oh, you have a grip energy pack. Use your energy pack.
I'm gonna try it. Let's try this. Freeze. Okay, it's supposed to be weaker than.
What?
That's an average Magnum like shooting round.
Yeah, except you just have more rounds.
Yeah, more accuracy, more rounds. Oh no.
It also hit stun the fuck out of him.
Alright, we're gonna try out the Magnum now. Okay, it does do a lot more damage, I'd say. These things are weak. Why? What am I doing? Oh, you grab me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Get back. Oh, you're alive?
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure he fell over dead. I'm like...
Yeah, he just kind of fell over. Like, so I'm imagining, though, like, if you're using the Magnum and you do, like, grip, slap, slap, shoot, grip, and then you do a grip cancel reset. Like, you can get some really good damage using the Magnum.
Hey, buddy, over there, you good? You good?
He pretended to be dead.
You good over there, buddy? Yeah, he did pretend to be dead, didn't he?
Yeah, he was down for like a whole ass 3 seconds before he got back up with the tentacles.
I guess if you shoot them to death, they can get up sometimes. This guy was not smart at all. Oh, is this supposed to be like... Oh no. Oh no, Callisto bros. No, I reloaded. Oh, it didn't swap to my gun in time, even though he took off the receiver. Oh. You see, I thought the game had given me the fucking skunk gun, but I guess he, despite taking it off and clicking it on, it did not apply. Just need money for the AR. Money, money, money. I mean, so I can buy so many sodas if I wanted to. Ooh, he went missing. How the hell do you go missing down here? Oh, it's a store.
People can't find you.
I dodged that fucker.
Yeah,
I saw a fucking soy jack around the corner, and I said, "Not today, buddy."
Yeah, you stopped Morbius dead in his tracks.
The UJC is here for you.
That's nice. The grip energy packs do not stack.
Nope.
Let's let that sink inside.
Let him in. Let that sink in. Man, I love that back holster. That thing looks so cool.
I know.
Again, all credit where credit's due to the artists of this game. This fucking suit looks amazing. This is one of the coolest sci-fi suits I've ever seen.
It still works.
I like the holsters on it. I like the way the shotgun. It's got like some sort of like sling adapter that also like locks into the hip.
Yeah, it's a hip. It's like a weird like retractable hip sling.
Sort of like how guys on the back of their packs will have their breaching shotgun like hooked up to a strong magnet.
Yeah, they'll have a magnet, or they'll have like a retractable coil of like strap that like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a little, yeah, it's like a little loop and it retracts and it's like a coil, and it coils itself back up, kind of like a dog walker. Wow, Skunk Gun is kind of fucking insanely powerful.
What was that? Supposed to trap me, game?
Collect your money.
What was that? What is that? Why don't you say that again, game? Why don't you say what you were trying to say to me?
You know, it's amazing how your perception of this game totally changes once you stop respecting the developer's wishes.
Oh, was this supposed to be? Was I supposed to run away here or die if I fired a shot? Was this supposed to trap me? Was I supposed to be entrapped in this part? Oh, what's that? Your scripted jump scare moment didn't work out well?
Yeah, once you stop respecting the developer's wishes and playing the way you want to play, it works so much better.
Someone will pop around when I'm done with this.
Then he's gonna grab you and throw you out. Nope. Oh, just a loud noise. Oh, careful! There's a bunch of meatball testicles here. Yeah, careful.
That was one of them.
Morbius could be anywhere. Hey, use your tac pistol. Save some ammo.
Save ammo? What? What's that? Ammo, what's that?
You gotta at least...
Oh no! Oh no! I've been caught! Hey. I'm so powerful.
You're so powerful. You hit him and did the fucking weeb thing where his head explodes after you hit him.
Keep them coming, boys. Come on, boys. This is the best you got. Oh, you too? Keep them coming, lads. Keep them coming. Ah. Not today, Morbius. Keep them coming, fellas. Come on. Oh, was I supposed to use that there? My My contextual environmental kill? Was that what I was supposed to use, game? Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I can use it for you guys. Whoa! It didn't even blow up the fucking little pus thing.
We need
Come
to,
on.
John. We need to start streaming game events. Like
Game of the Year award and
like the game awards and like game presentations, because we end up actually getting really into it when we start doing it, and we talk a lot of shit. So I think it'd be good for content, you know.
I think so too. Yeah. Okay. Well, this way looks contextual shimmy. Oh boy. I ever tell you the story of Callisto Protocol?
Remember when we were watching the fucking Monster Hunter Rise presentation and we just wanted
We just
details
kept
about
screaming,
gameplay?
we know.
Yeah, we just wanted details about gameplay, but the gamer was like, "This is Huggy Wuggy. He likes eating 12 pounds of blueberries every morning," and it's like, we get it. Gameplay. We know.
Dragon's Dogma, or the Dragon.
Oh yeah, it was a Captivate. Yeah, it was Capcom. It was a Capcom show. It was Captivate, and we were just like, "Can you just show us fucking Dragon's Dogma already? We know it's coming."
Okay, we should.
A lot of ammo here. You could really stand to sell some of this.
We'll sell the hand cannon because you know we get a skunk gun's a great combo tool.
Yeah, I think shot for shot power, skunk gun's the strongest.
Oh, this looks like a pain.
Need to flip those breakers to turn on the generator.
Do you now?
Do you? Oh, is that what you need to do? Well, better explore the off-beaten path.
Don't worry, it'll find a way to put you back on the beaten path. Your exploration.
I'm sorry, 2-minute detour.
Yeah, your exploration.
Here's my God of War contextual shimmy. Oh boy, have I ever told you about Callisto Protocol? Boy.
Well, your exploration will be rewarded by putting you directly back on the path a few minutes later, and possibly another really.
I hope there's no monsters down here.
Oh yeah, there will be an ambush.
They're all in the walls here, and they're gonna pop out at me, and they're gonna go roar.
Careful, Morbius could be lurking.
I think I see Morbius. Yeah, that's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, there's also a few down there.
They're really big and fat ones. Like they're like up
Like
here.
that. They're like that one that you were just looking at.
Yeah. This one's too small to be Morbius. Callisto, they tied me up in here.
What Zero Pussy does to a motherfucker.
Scorn.
I love how German was like, are they gonna say it? They're not gonna fucking say it. What do you mean? Now I have to say it. Yes. Oh, John, by the way, after we're done with this stream, Vinny did some Dwarf Fortress. Your grip unit's fully recharged.
Whoops, I did that combo wrong.
Holy shit! That was a single combo. Didn't even give him a chance to regenerate. Damn. I'm really glad I browsed Twitter and saw that everybody was actually playing the game completely incorrectly.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's me. I thought that. Oh, hi. K.O. Well. Looks like I'll be escaping Black Island after all. That's his end of the round quote right there.
Well, that was fun.
Well, that was fun. K.O.
Well, I will.
Callisto wins! Choose your fighter. Wall hanger. Two-headed Mongol. John Callisto. Danny.
Well, looks like I will be escaping Black Island after all.
Starkiller the guard from the prison.
Here
we go.
Mr. Sam Witwer, Starkiller the guard. Yep, that was a Morbius. Because it did a music sting. You know, it's really cool that they look completely indistinguishable from any of the other pods, so you're just always ambushed and have no way of, you know, skillfully predicting and removing that trap if you know what they look like.
Most you can do is just fire blindly into the ether and hope that whatever you do. This isn't the UEC. This isn't like the big government symbol either. This is something else. Secret. Oh, there we go. They got it. I didn't know. This was also in the prison, this room. Here's what I'm imagining the plot of Callisto Protocol is. The secret rooms, that's an alien society that like drifted off from, they were humans that drifted off and got infected with this thing, but they've evolved into what the guard is.
Yeah.
And they're trying to convince other humans to like ascend to this. Because they are like this as well.
Yeah, they think it's like some weird evolution thing, so they're like, we must transform, we need to become the...
And they've convinced, regular humans to, join the next step of humanity.
The goop monster is the pinnacle of humanity.
Yeah. Well, the prison captain's like,
Actually
pretty human looking.
Yeah, he's like actually transformed.
He's just stronger and doesn't have to wear a spacesuit, I guess, anymore.
Also, John, definitely you should keep your eye on SF6 as we get towards it, because I think you'll like some of the characters. There's just a big fucking Italian lady who's like 6'5" and just absolutely fucking ripped. But first things first, this Christmas, you got plenty of time to think about that, because first things first is Strive this Christmas.
Yeah, when does SF6 even come out?
June. So you got time. I'm hoping we'll get Marissa, who's the big lady, and Manon, who's like a French ballerina dancer. I'm hoping we'll get Marissa and Manon in the next beta. I want to play as Manon really bad.
Oh!
You canceled too early.
You definitely need to work on this in the labs. Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Man, you've been doing contextual stealth kills for like 2 hours at this point.
What am I gonna do?
2 hours of this 6-hour game is just sneaking around doing contextual stealth kills.
Isn't that what you love about modern?
They took like all the wrong cues from The Last of Us. They didn't take any of the cues from The Last of Us' brawling system, but they took everything from The Last of Us' stealth system.
They can't even be like fast and cool like Far Cry 3 stealth kills, where you stick an entire machete through someone's chest really quickly.
I'd say, all in all, though, my favorite stealth kills were the ones from Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh my god, they're all around me!
The rank 2 Wakizashi kills, where he like pulls them to the ground by stabbing them in the back and then stabs them in the neck.
Do you like the sort of racing rubber banding they have? where it's supposed to be like, are they gonna get close? Oh, you see, after the stealth kill though, my guy accidentally backed into one.
You knock a couple of them over, yeah, you can isolate them. Yeah, you can use the riot shotgun to isolate the enemies. I love
Riot
that.
shotgun.
I love that it perfectly tracks too. I love that when you do that, that cross.
This game meant for me to play it like this.
Like when you knock them away with that baton, it also when you do that baton heavy attack after you do the grip pull, it immediately opens them up for a shot.
Oh, I could have used the consensual fucking explosive barrel. Oh, I guess I'll do it my next new game plus. Oh, it's like rusted and corroded, but it looked like it just didn't load in.
Yeah. I was like, these that's a very blurry texture. That's just a very not good texture.
No, thank God I was running low on ammo.
Power's on.
It's a nuclear reactor. That's pretty cool. Is it safe to be in here? Ah, we're fine. Why are we being a big baby about it?
John,
Callisto.
are you? Yeah, I was about to say, John, are you about to complain that we're in a people grinder room?
Are you there? The power just came on in the colony. I'm boosting the signal.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
I'm surprised that the power plant was showed enough restraint to not have. Oh, this is back the way we came. Like how somehow the caves are darker because they turned on the power. I ain't dealing with it no more.
Yeah, you don't even have to bother with these guys. Just
I'm too rich. Oh no! They're rubber banding to me! Oh no, what will I do? Crouch, analog stick forward. Crouch, analog stick forward. This is supposed to be, it's red, it's scary. Oh my fucking god. Can you get out of the way, man? Oh, shit! I'm warning you, don't make me turn on the fucking combo button. Don't make me turn it on. Callisto, I'm sorry!
Damn it. No need for grip strength, just grip recharge, grip capacity.
Yep. First things first, though, AR.
Yep.
Kizobo wasn't nice enough to show it to us.
Yep. No, you can't say that we've already seen the ending of this game. No! No, you can't spoil that we just watched this game in its entirety already.
Oh, whoops.
No!
I mean, an organic ending for our audience, fully sourced from our playing farms.
Yeah, naturally sourced from our video game playing.
The game literally just had that there because they knew players would like get bored of crawling. Ooh, he's a stronger one. An elite.
If you still had some grip left in your grip tank, you probably could have. You can probably actually cancel enemy combos by gripping after their first swing.
Probably.
And that completely circumvents the whole shitty dodge system.
What a cruel encounter for anyone playing on the difficulty at this point. Oh.
Or anybody.
Oh no, we can't go back that way! Oh no!
Or anybody
trying.
Or anybody trying to play the game the way the developers want them to play.
The UJC is here for you.
Something tells me they're not, and they're lying. We have too much pistol. We don't need pistol. I was like, what's that vibrating noise? Oh, yeah, we gotta do this still.
The part where Obo literally fucking Jordy Jordan quit the game and said, I hate this game.
Oh wow, look. It's a combat arena, you can tell. Well, you'll be using all these, won't you guys? The players will be using these things. Okay. Picking and choosing, I'm gonna sell some of this before I start, because I feel like this thing is probably just gonna explode and then we won't be able to get back. You know? Because that's how these games function.
When you get started with this, I'm gonna go grab a pizza, but the stream's gonna keep going. I'm just gonna turn my pizza time off. Ugh, this weather's got me feeling like shit. I'll be right back.
All systems operating within normal parameters.
There we go. Riding around. Oh my god.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, I'm eating my pizza right now, but face game's not going back on until I'm done, because that'd be rude.
I think we're about to unlock his devil trigger.
Oh shit.
More focused on the looting here than the fighting. What the fuck is that over there? Stop giving me hand cannon. What a well-designed portion of the game. Yeah, stop that, Brain. Yeah, Brain. What do you gotta say for yourself?
What's up, buddy? What do you got to say? This one floppy ass brain. Oh, here we go.
Time looking for me.
It's time for a fight, says Jacob Callisto.
I know. Yeah, no, the game really just wow. Why don't you just press the dodge button one way? Okay. There we go.
That looks like money.
Yeah?
Yeah, in higher difficulties, that thing will just completely one-shot you.
So I heard. I have too many of these batteries already. I see it's just an artificial ammo decreaser section. Not that I need ammo anyways, because I've got the techniques down. Oh, who's this?
Are you there? You see, the UJC response team, for the love of the God.
Oh? Huh? What the fuck?
Load screen!
What the
I made it.
fuck?
Just a hard-cut load screen.
Some kind of service tunnel.
No. Oh, my game crashed for a second.
No, it was just a really jarring hard cut.
Don't worry, John. Your game didn't crash. Minor log. A minor log, huh?
From Alex
I mean,
Wang.
This game is a fucking log.
Are you there? You see, the UJC response team, for the love of the gods, run the other way. Look, I'm on the platform. Headed back to Arkham.
Oh, the UJC were the bad guys.
Alright, Mr. Wang, what do you have to say?
Oops, I forgot. Press the pause button.
New life awaits. Yeah, right, man. We're like the same old shit. Look, I promise I'll get you out here real soon. Okay, I miss you.
Aw, oh no! I miss my family! Wah, wah, baby, I'm out here. I don't miss anything. I'm rich. I got my guns. Fucking loser. Oh. That wasn't long. He can't. This. Oh.
Told him it was a complete waste of time, but UJC wasn't having it. Now they got my whole crew working OT. I just hope they find whatever it is they're looking for.
I just hope my bosses find what they're looking for. Nerd glasses emoji. Oh no! What if that hit me? I know, right? This is the most relatable thing you've said all day, man. Midtown indeed.
The assault rifle schematic should be coming up soon.
You know, it's in a place called security.
Security's nuts.
Nothing even in there. These things shouldn't even be out hunted. These things... What are their purpose in life? Like, I get that they've evolved to be used to the dark, but like, why? What do they do down here? How the fuck do they eat?
I mean, also, I said this before. If this, like, weird biomass thing is surviving perfectly fine down here as it is, just growing on the walls, sucking on cave dew, why does it need, like, bipedal attack drones based on humans? That seems like a completely unnecessary use of this organism, this higher organism's energy. Why does it need to hunt? It can literally subsist on fucking cave mildew.
Wow. No, I don't want to go into the spikes, Mr. Callisto. Ooh. Hey! Identification numbers. Colonist. Name and ID number, maggot. Oh, the bathroom. You know, the communal bathroom with the spike pits around it. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, the Mad Max bathroom.
Yeah, the spiky bathroom. This place sucks, man. Why don't you move out here, bros? This light still works. Lamp.
I love the Mad Max bathroom. Midtown.
Nice fucking grip model.
Honk honk.
The guy just super armored through my fucking upper swing.
I saw that.
Oh hey, this is awkward. This guy also super armored through my second heavy attack swing. Yes, I press this lever to go in there.
Hey, Ola, it's been a long time since I heard from you, buddy. Doing well.
Wow. What an impressive room.
I can imagine.
Oh no, it's right in front of me.
Life's been hectic for everybody, just about, but making it work.
There it is. The room where I'm supposed to get the gun.
The gun room. The room with the gun. That room.
This one's having a sleep. Bye. Thank God the entire game's combat sections are now just this.
Just garbage contextual stealth bits.
Why would he do this?
You
Ooh,
see,
that was a real good pop-up there. You popped up and I...
You may
put
not
him
like
down.
this, ladies and gentlemen, but this is peak game design.
We just want... This game will scare your pants off, bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I love how they
Game Developer.
published, like...
5 documentaries about how, like...
Yeah, it's like
amazing
5
it is to
hours.
scary.
5 hours worth of self-published documentaries about just jerking off their own game design. Like, holy shit. You guys, the game's not even out yet. Maybe jerk yourselves off after you've done well. Ola just said, their detection reminds me of Skyrim stealth.
Hey, man.
I found something.
What?
Just get up here. You need to see it.
Oh, no. Oh, no!
What the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh my! Oh shit! Ah!
He's literally
That's-
fucking... He's literally fucking French kissing you. Yeah, sure
Supposed
thing,
to be,
Ola.
yeah.
Isn't it? Thanks for stopping by. Like, that fucking zombie was literally Frenching you and just didn't do anything.
I gotta look up where the. I don't want to miss the shitty gun.
The shitty assault rifle, which you'll never actually use, but you just want to see.
It's alright. IGN, take me away. The rifle is the last. Oh my! Fuck off with your ads. Fuck off. Fuck past it. Oh, it's in the. Okay.
Y'all have just earned 3 minutes of ads.
Now, where do you think the assault rifle would be? In the toilet!
Oh, of course. How could I be so foolish?
Well, we don't need tac pistol.
Oh, look at that. You have 2 grip battery packs. Just use one and throw the other one out.
I'll just throw it out then. I don't care about that.
Wow, you You sure got me.
I guess he did get me. Fucking die, man. Holy shit.
Notice you're just slapping him with the melee weapon at this point. You just give up on doing the cool guy strategy.
I did stop him mid-attack.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured you can literally just use the grip to stop the enemies from doing anything.
I'm getting comboed here.
There you go, you got a little bit of health back. Ola asks, so is the Callisto protocol taking inspiration from Dead Space, or... So, it claims to be made by former Dead Space devs?
It is. I can tell you that for a fact. Look at that.
I guess former concept artists or something? Clearly not the gameplay designers.
No, the Glenn guy was a big shot at Visceral. Like, he's clearly just lost his touch as the true and honest answer. It's the same thing as it always goes. Ex-devs leave a studio and they're like, we're gonna make Mighty Number 9 we're gonna really show those guys who's boss with our Mighty Number 9 release.
They start ego tripping and they don't realize that it takes a village. Like, same thing happened with Cliff Bleszinski. Dude fucking left Epic and was just fucking... went on a crazy-ass power trip and made a bunch of garbage games and then blamed everybody for the reason his games didn't succeed, when really it was the team that worked with him at Epic that made him so successful.
Where's the shitty jump scare?
Yeah, the thing is, though, is that it's not as interesting or compelling as Dead Space in terms of the combat or the story or blah, blah, blah. It's just not good.
I guess they can just hear me all the time now. Guess they can just hear me forever. Look at this door. It fits in well with the environment, I'd say.
I mean, it's very clearly... it's Dead Space baiting is what I'd say. It's using the general visual language and identity of Dead Space, but not doing any of the things that made Dead Space good. The game is full of gore porn, though, so if you're really into just seeing a guy die in extremely gruesome and vivid depictions, then I guess Callisto Protocol has that.
I mean, as you can see here with the back of the guy, it's clearly inspired by the rig.
Yeah.
Doesn't look, it's a soulless version of the rig. It's rigged, so it's soulless rig, but it's inspired by the Dead Space rig.
I mean, also the whole thing about gore porn in general is that it's not very interesting or enjoyable. It's discomforting, but not in the whole, like, I'm being confronted with something that's very disturbing, sort of uncomfortable. It's more like... It's more just like...
and here it is, the second one. What?
Command grab. It's more uncomfortable in the sense that it's like, oh, can you just stop showing me this? That's not cool or interesting. I don't like that.
Excuse me, guys. What a great section. What the? You just get fucking dropped on
Game
by
has
a bunch of guys.
Game has no quick turn, by the way.
Oh, I ran.
But the thing is also,
Yeah.
the reason Dead Space's like gory deaths work is because you're invested in not having them happen. Like, you don't want to see that shit happen to Isaac. Whereas in this game, it seems like the developers think that you do want to see bad shit happen to your main character. So they just programmed in a whole
Why you
bunch
play
of...
the game? You play the game to die and lose and go back.
Yeah, you play the game to lose and go back to a 20-minute old checkpoint. Because this game's checkpoint system is fucking dumpster trash.
Danny, I'm heading up to the tower now. Danny?
Oh no, she might be dead!
Where'd she go?
Hey buddy. Oh, there we go. Yannick say the sage is dead.
No choice, couldn't let it spread. Well, we were all disposable, of course, but what we found, what I found, it could be the key to everything. I must go.
Oh hey!
Oh, hey, they can see you now.
Yeah, it's a regular enemy. It's a fat man. This is a big old fat boy.
Big old country
this
boy.
guy. This guy had a green pouch full of health. He was holding out on us. I'm glad to see these guys again, if I'm being honest. They bring a smile.
How long do you think we'll have to wait before they drop the DLC?
I don't know. Hopefully forever. Oh, Callisto, I don't feel so good. My legs are... My legs aren't there. I can't feel my legs.
Mr. Callisto, I can't...
Hightown. From Midtown to Hightown. This game really
yeah.
goes places. Jenny, I've got out of Midtown, but this is still a mid-game. Oh no! Holy shit! What if that guy comes back and I see him and he scares me?
I'm gonna turn the face cam off for a little bit. Because I'm gonna lay back and I'm gonna be off the face cam.
No, what happened here? What happened to this guy? Let's learn. Let's learn about the environment. Not my buddy.
Hightown Square for vaccination.
Not my buddy.
Finally getting out of here.
Oh, I'm so scared. The monsters, they're breaking in right now. God. Just damage you're supposed to take. That's the best part about this game. This game literally has, like, damage you're not allowed to avoid.
Imagine! So why does the main character keep stabbing his buddies in the neck together? Well, they're just dead people. They're not his friends. They're just people from the prison or, like, the former colony that the prison is built on top of. He stabs
I was
them-
making a joke. This guy's name is Buddy Redwork. I was like, not my buddy.
Oh, so, but the reason he's stabbing them in the neck is because they have a microchip in their neck that he's grabbing. They're all microchipped.
Oh my god! You scared me. Oh yeah, enemies have combo strings in this game that can they have complete super armor over anything you can possibly do.
Yeah, you just have to let them finish their thing, or you can grip them out of their combo if you're quick. Which is why next shop unit we get to, we gotta upgrade the grip.
Nice.
Nice.
Location is alien inspired. I mean, it's all pretty Dead Space in terms of what it's trying to be based on.
It's Dead Space, Aliens, Last of Us, and
Yeah, I'd say Last of Us is what it's really trying to borrow a lot from.
the monsters. Oh, yeah, a phone call in a sec. That's more interesting.
Okay, well, we'll be right back then. I'm gonna go fill my thermal bottle with some warm water.
That was a suicide bomber enemy. Oh, I hurt myself with my own grip. Hold on. Yeah, you have a kinesis module like in Dead Space. Oh. Oh, I'm just getting wailed on. Oops. This game's camera also has a lock-on system, which is not designed for group fights.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, those heavy attacks in this game don't seem all that good.
No.
I'd say you're really just far better off doing light attacks.
Light attacks are better. They're great if you're trying to knock someone away. They're great for crowd control. What the fuck is that noise?
Oh, Ola, I wanted
Just
to
a
ask,
fella.
because I haven't talked to you in a while. I can't remember if you ever played FF14. Because I remember there were a bunch of people I used to talk to a couple of years ago who were all into it, but I can't remember who was and who wasn't. Because I've been playing the shit out of it since April. And I can't remember if you were one of the people who was into it that I remember.
The UJC is here for you.
Finally.
Oh, here we go, boys. Shop time.
Thank you, worker.
Used to play it quite a bit, been back on and off. Well, I've been playing quite a bit of it. I can send you some screenshots of my character after the stream's over. I can send you some screenshots of Scumbiglio Zanzibart. Although I guess if we were gonna go by the Italianized version, it would be Scumbilio. Yeah, but I'm all up to date on MSQ content. About to do the Endwalker, Chapter 1 of the Endwalker Alliance raid and the next 2 chapters of the Endwalker group raids. That's a fucking cool looking sci-fi assault rifle. Holy shit.
Ability upgrade, homing rounds. Okay, the rest of the upgrades are useless.
But yeah, just before we hopped on, I was leveling my paladin class. I maxed out on Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, and Monk. You should absolutely play Endwalker. It is an amazing storyline. And now they're doing like a little side story, post-Endwalker side story, since Endwalker was like the end of the game's main storyline. So now they're kind of doing like a little side story based on Final Fantasy IV.
The UJC appreciates your productivity.
Well, Red Mage was going to work on your other classes when you cap Red Mage. That's fair. Yeah, I think my next class is going to be Summoner, just so I can have a magic class. I'm going to start Arcanist, because you got to start Arcanist to do Summoner. But I'll start Arcanist, and then that'll let me do both Summoner and not Sage. What's the healer class that goes off of Arcanist? Whatever that one is. But that way, Scholar, that's what it was. Yeah, so I'll have both Summoner and Scholar, so I'll have a class for every role. So I can have a healer, magic DPS, a physical DPS, and tanks are what I play mainly, so I'm just going to max out the 4 horsemen of tanking. That's just obvious.
Hey, Daniel.
Oh, hey, Daniel.
Why can I not hear anybody? Hold on.
Huh? Oh yeah, your thing probably got fucked up.
UJC is not responsible for any defects. Quality check.
Can you hear us now?
Activating print assembly.
How about now?
Remove item
Nope.
from print
How about now?
assembly.
Daniel's just dead. He's dead.
They killed him. Alright, we got a lot of AR ammo.
Actually, I had to be set up.
Then they release the Hrothgar. Yeah, that makes sense. You seem definitely like you'd like to use you'd play the Hrothgar class, Ola. That is a really cool sci-fi assault rifle.
Looks pretty cool. I got a lot of ammo for it too. We're gonna give this bad boy a try.
Sir, I need you to calm down. No, it's in my hand! I need you to calm down and answer the question. Now, when was your first...
Yeah, when was his first? Daniel, you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I've been hearing you.
Oh.
You didn't
Once
sound-
we're done with this stream, you wanna play some video games?
Maybe. We'll see.
Be down to do some
Does-
Fortnite or some Darktide.
Well, I mean, you guys are mostly playing Dark Tide. I haven't started Dark Tide yet. But
Yeah, but still,
I'll be
you're
around.
down to play it if you wanted to play it.
I mean, I'll be around.
Yeah,
Still
Well,
don't
that's
have that
good.
much energy.
that's fair. I understand.
Go! You can't make me! You killed them all!
You're snappy. Yeah, they're like definitely like dead after that.
Yeah, that would kill you.
I've been watching a procession of my favorite streamers fail miserably at Dwarf Fortress. It's been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Have you tried it yet, or are you gonna play it at all?
I haven't. Believe it or not, I've never played Dwarf Fortress.
Wow, I'm a little surprised. I figured you'd be like the guy who'd play it.
But like, I probably will at one point.
I mean, it's in 1.0.
'Cause I like
so now's a
RimWorld.
good
I
time.
like RimWorld, so it's not a 1.0. Is it?
Yeah, it's in 1.0. The whole thing was the
It
whole
came
reason.
out on Steam.
The
It
whole
came out
reason-
on
Yeah,
Steam.
that wasn't because the game's finished. That was because they needed money for. Let me see what the actual version
I
is.
thought I could have sworn Tarn Adams was selling it on Steam because it's a 1.0 now.
No, he's let me see what the current version is.
75 years ago.
But
I don't
either-
think it had anything to do with like the game being like complete, quote unquote. They did it because he needed he's like,
Killed everyone.
I'm getting older. I need like money for like health insurance because I'm dying.
Well, either
let me
way,
see.
I am a little surprised because you are such a big roguelike guy.
Yeah,
There's a pattern. Arcus, Black Iron.
Yeah, like all the games you like to play are pretty much inspired from that game, aren't they?
yeah, pretty much.
Ow! Callisto.
Yeah, well, they're all true roguelikes. As opposed
So-
to roguelites.
Yeah, I like roguelites too,
No, I love roguelites.
but roguelike are probably a bit more like
They're
like,
much more
like
complex.
CDDA. CDDA
Yeah.
is a roguelike.
Yeah, CDDA is a proper
Pretty
roguelike.
powerful.
Yeah, CDDA is a proper roguelike, and roguelikes are designed to be played continuously until you die, whenever that is. Whereas roguelites are usually sessions that are meant to be finished in about an hour.
Yeah, they usually have, and also they're more action focused usually than
Yeah.
with a lot of progression carrying over and things like that. Okay, so as of January 2021, which is a little bit old, but the version of Dwarf Fortress is 0.47.05. Yeah, the Steam thing had nothing to do with it being like complete, quote unquote. It was just because he's like, I need money, which is fair.
Well,
I
he
mean,
gets that money. Yeah.
so been making a game for like 20 years for free. So yeah, it's
Yeah, he should be allowed. He should be allowed to charge
I'm
for
so-
his work.
he's very allowed to do what. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
he's very
surprised
allowed.
I'm surprised Tarn Adams wasn't selling the game sooner, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what his methodology was or reasoning, but yeah, he decided to put it on Steam. Hopefully, that will lead to other games, maybe.
Well,
That's
it's
fucking-
growing, and well, the game is blowing up right now. You mean?
Yeah, make
Yeah,
that
fine.
fucking bread, dude. Make that bread.
He's
Oh, by the
probably
way,
he's
John,
probably made some good money.
John, I forgot to
Yeah.
tell you, by the way. So Dylan, in his Dwarf Fortress colony, Dylan had a mayor elected, and the mayor fucking implemented an assault weapons ban. He literally prevented the export of maces.
Assault weapon.
Yeah, fucking liberal dwarf. Can't believe it. This is what happens when you vote for him.
A single skunk gun round.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's what happened in Dylan's colony. Yeah, we were planning in a little later watch Vinny make an attempt at Dwarf Fortress 2.
It's funny watching these people not just absolutely have no clue what's going on. It's great.
Roguelikes are hard.
I told you in RimWorld once I had like a mod that like simulated Dwarf Fortress's like politics.
Yeah.
And so they elected a mayor, and the mayor like was incapable of like I think he was like incapable of social work. So like he couldn't really talk, and whenever anyone tried to talk with him, he's got into a fist fight with them. So he would just sit in his mayor office all day. Colonists would come in for like routine business, and they'd get into a fist fight. And this went on for like 12 months until his re-election, which he won.
They
So
were
I-
apparently very pleased with this policy.
So politics simulator 10 out of 10. Would democracy again?
The fist fight policy was a resounding success.
I don't know what happened.
Fucking. Oh,
That's an
man.
example of shit that can happen when you start to approach Dwarf Fortress's complexity.
Yeah, Dwarf Fortress.
You know what it is with me? I'm not a huge dwarf fan.
Yeah, the dwarves. I think the whole thing about Dwarf Fortress, though, is that the dwarves are more of a backdrop for the city builder.
I mean, you're dwarves. That's like the game is your dwarves, and you have to drink beer and stuff.
You're alcoholics and you dig.
Yeah, but like I'm not a big dwarf guy. Like a lot of people I know who are like dwarves, let's make Scottish accents or whatever. I'm like I don't really think that's cool.
No, for me,
Yeah.
the whole thing is that Dwarf Fortress is fucking stupid and ridiculous, and that's the way I see dwarves as well. So for me, I view
appropriate. But I have trouble getting into the idea of let's be dwarves. I've never in RPGs I've never played a dwarf character. Like I've never been one of those people, and you know who I'm talking about.
No, I know who you're talking about. Also, yeah, John, did you just see Danny disappear around the corner?
Yeah. Also, do you see how the red dot on the AR is all the way up at the front sight post when he's got a rear iron sight?
That's hilarious. But yeah, where the fucking based and Norse-pilled people who are like, oh, the dwarves, they're like the Vikings. Whoa!
Yeah, there's also like a lot of people who are pretending they're Scottish.
When really they're just fat and retarded and drink too much.
Yeah, when really they're fat and retarded. It's like a very masculine, kind of like thing. Yeah, it's like that. Although,
but I always viewed dwarves as campy. Like for me personally, I find their masculinity kind of campy. They're goofy.
Yes, but I think I've run into too many people that didn't get that joke.
Yeah, I always viewed dwarves as very campy. I mean, even in fucking one of the progenitors that told some of the original dwarf stories, like fucking Lord of the Rings. They're a very silly race.
Yeah, they're cool. They're pretty cool in Lord of the Rings.
I mean, they are cool in Lord of the Rings, but I mean, also don't forget, Gimli dives into a crowd of orcs by being thrown.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of jokes about the
They're stumpy alcoholics, and you have to lean into the comedy of that inherently.
A lot of it, alcoholism is hilarious. There are a lot of
Cobra's a productive alcoholic.
He's a functioning. Yeah, I'm what you call a functioning alcoholic, dude.
Like playing games like EverQuest and for periods, it really there are a lot of those kind of dwarf people in there. That's all I can describe them as. They're dwarf people.
No, I know exactly the kinds of people you're talking about, but you're gonna run into that with anybody. People who don't understand.
I know, but it soured me. It over time. I mean, I didn't mind. Some of them were my friends. I was just like, I don't ever want to be like this.
It jades you. I totally get it.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is not really what I ever want. I didn't think they were a problem. It's just.
But you just see it, and it's
cool.
But you're like, this is kind of fucking lame. Why do you like this?
This is not my aesthetic. That was kind of I embrace. This is not my aesthetic.
See how animation canceled the mutant from transforming there?
Yeah, that was really good. See, and I agree though, dwarves aren't my aesthetic, but at the same time, from a comedic aspect, I think dwarves I can embrace if it's funny, and Dwarf Fortress is stupid, so it's funny to me. So I can get down with Dwarf Fortress as long as I'm not taking it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have I'm not violently opposed to it, but I think that's the reason why I just never kind of took the leap to get into it. I've never really been interested in
Daniel's racist against dwarves, and he's violently opposed to them.
I sort of am against dwarves.
Like Gunther.
Yeah, well, Gunther's just a real pain in the ass. Gunther's a piece of shit.
That's just normal to hate him.
Gimbal though, he's okay. Gimbal can stay. So Ola just said, kind of find the same issue with bards in D&D. The whole horn dog overly sexual because high charisma stat thing isn't quite my gig, and it's kind of played out, but it can be kind of funny if done well.
Yeah, a lot of those tropes can be done.
Got her.
Can be done well.
Thank you.
Dwarves are such a ubiquitous thing in a lot of our online games that it's like.
Yeah, it's just it's very overplayed.
But I guess you just have to approach. I have trouble doing that. Like, I don't like approach these games as like weird like chaos simulators. Like, I approach them as like character-driven stories, and so like I have to really be able to sort of. I like it's like there's also like not enough diversity in that. Like if a game's like all you have is dwarves, it's like
Dwarf Fortress's adventure mode can let you play as all kinds of races, but yeah, the actual colony builder is only dwarves right now.
yeah, and right now the adventure mode isn't in the game yet.
Is it not in the sold version of the game?
Not in the Steam, not in the premium version. What they call
okay.
it.
Okay, interesting.
Not the premium version.
Also, this AR slapped. It does a lot of damage. It destroyed that boss.
Nice. But yeah, okay, that makes sense, but hopefully adventure mode will be in the premium version, because that gives you a bit more to play around with if you just want to run a single character.
Yeah. I mean, I like the city/civilization building aspect. I love games like RimWorld. But I just think that's one of the things why I'm not saying that's like a 100% never ever play deal breaker. I'm just trying to search for reasons why I never picked up the game.
No, I hear you.
I think it just came down to like just not being that interested in dwarf things, which seems minor, but like in a world with so much to choose from in terms of games, like something like that's like a reason why I would go in another direction. Or
you know,
play something
Daniel,
else.
I've known you to be full of very strange hot takes, but I'm actually totally on board with you with this one.
Yeah.
That's one that I think I can totally understand, like, because since you get so invested in colony builder roguelikes, like RimWorld or like Dwarf Fortress, and if you're not super invested in the whole vibe and aesthetic of dwarves, I can imagine it'd be very hard to invest yourself in those characters when stumpy alcoholics just aren't your jam.
Yeah. So.
It began with a distress call. A mysterious contagion spreading on Callisto.
I think,
Leave me alone.
like I said, I think from a certain angle I could get myself to get into it, but I'd probably be more interested in it for reasons beyond them being dwarves. Like, I'd probably just like the city builder stuff and like the whole we're gonna, you know, you're building like underground cavern societies, because that's what dwarves do, is they live underground.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that. I like the idea of like building underground. That's kind of a cool thing.
Released by the miners when they were
It's like a RimWorld. I like building into mountains and stuff.
it was dead by the time
I have like a very like
killed by security
like
forces.
small mammal approach to this. I just want to have a burrow somewhere.
Thousands of larvae.
I think one of my favorite, though, so also a really funny moment that Dylan had, John,
To our central
was
the pathogen acted as
he had a were llama running around somewhere, and the were llama ended up assaulting one of his master miners, who fucking pickaxed it to death instantly after being bit.
Nice.
But then he had to banish the master miner so he couldn't spread the his llama disease.
Though killed by security forces during the outbreak, the body was transported to the Black Iron Lab.
Ola said, I've been interested in Dwarf Fortress but never given it a try. Then I stumbled upon RimWorld and are not sure which one I'd rather try. I mean, with RimWorld plus its expansions, I think, and its aesthetics and visuals, you would probably be the more approachable of the two. But Dwarf Fortress's systems are like a lot more expansive.
From like a perspective, like RimWorld is like Dwarf Fortress, but like very toned down. Like, I guess is probably the best way to describe
Yeah,
it.
and RimWorld's more about like little differences that you can make and little flavorful things, like in
It's a bit smaller scale.
yeah, well, it's not like full on cities. It's like colonies of like 12 to 20 people.
Yeah, if that, and you're like, it's also there's a lot of like, I don't know. RimWorld is it's a fun game, but you really need to mod it a lot in order to make it like not trash.
Well,
That's kind of the best way to describe it.
at the very least, you need the expansions.
Yeah, the expansions are good.
The expansions add a lot of aesthetic stuff too. With the second one adds like the ability to make your civilizations have different like cultural aesthetics.
Yeah, there's the first one with the Empire that adds like social, like a social dynamic, like a really stunted social dynamic though, like with nobility and stuff, which is honestly kind of a pain in the ass. And psychic powers, which is pretty important. Then you have ideology that adds like give you an ideologion or adds cultural aspects to the game. Then you have biotech that lets you just fuck with genes and shit like that.
You okay?
I mean, it's not a bad game. I played a lot of it. Well, no, it is a bad game, but it's a fun game. It's just its premise is so good that it's like impossible to fuck it up.
Yeah, and it really just comes down to like
We made it.
depth, like what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for a deeper game, Dwarf Fortress is probably what's there for you. But if you're just looking for a game with like a lot of like weird options and just kind of like little vignettes to do, RimWorld's probably more your speed there. Ola says, I will say my view on RimWorld has been a little bit, I'm not sure if he means tainted. I think he just means tinted. But his views on it has been tinted a little bit because of a friend who streamed it, and they had a ton of fun with the Twitch plugin that allowed his viewers to change his game through votes.
Yeah, that's a fun one where you can vote for like events to happen. Do your best to kill the streamer, basically. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's fun. It's not like I have 3,374 hours in it, so obviously I play the game. I was just playing it a little while ago, in fact. But it's fine. Like as a base game, like I think it really needs mods to like save it, to make it like not stupid.
You're gonna need this.
Like, so your colonists don't do dumb shit like stand in the river and like burn to death like they do, because the AI is not up to speed.
Well, it's good that the game has at least a good framework for mods.
Yeah, it does. It has a good framework for mods.
It understands that mods are something people are just going to want to do. Also, take care, Ola. I mean, I know you're not actually like leaving, but have fun watching. But yeah, it's
Better subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
subscribe, donate, get the fuck out.
Real-
All right,
real work.
we just earned $5 in 2
Yes,
hours.
yes.
So you just earned 3 minutes of commercials.
Commercial. Banned when it says they have ad block. Jordy's the best. I'm still banned from Jordy's stream.
As you should be. I think everybody who's worth their salt. Should
If you
be
flirt
banned.
with Kelly, maybe she'll unban you.
I should try that. I don't know how Tina would take that.
Say it's for a good cause. Simple as.
I do want to do the like the Tina Survival Evolve stream with Tina in Cataclysm.
Yeah, were you gonna want to like stream that on my channel or something?
I mean, I don't know if I'd stream it on your channel, but I do want to do it, so you guys can check it out if you want.
Oh, I'd be down for that for sure.
It's
I mean, you wouldn't have to like
Tina.
you wouldn't have to do like any of the framework stuff if for streaming on my channel. I would just do what I'm doing with John, where I'm just capturing it off of Discord and then restreaming it into my Twitch.
Oh, that's okay. I don't support restreamers. Restreamers, like, you know, trying to steal my money and they're ruining my
Stealing
business.
my money. All right, guys, you're not gonna believe this. Tevin is in chat and he's talking crap about me right now.
What's Tevin? Tevin actually does Jesus Christ, does stuff with Phil again now.
He does.
Like, yeah, he does DSP stuff. Like I've seen him like streaming, like restreaming Phil. He does it on his YouTube, not on his Twitch, which is
Heaven steals money from Phil. Oh my god.
I do remember though. I do remember that Tevin. Last I was really watching Tevin, he was doing drinking streams where he was doing impossible drunk challenges, like drink every time Johnny Test has a whip crack sound effect.
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, that was a
That wasn't working out.
that was a situation. Yeah, that was a bad idea.
But
But he mostly like plays like just random games and stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah, he's
He has a lot,
variety
a lot
streamer.
of subs. But he also gets back a little bit to his
Right back where I started.
to his roots.
The hell was
Well, you know, honestly, Phil's been a little interesting lately. He's been a little silly. There's a bit in the new Dark Pictures game that he played where some girl gets like put in a vacuum room and she's like asthmatic, so she's got her inhaler and feels like, oh, she should take a hit of the inhaler. That'll save her.
you?
Keep in mind she's in like
In my neck.
a perfect vacuum.
She's stupid.
Yeah, having oxygen sucked out of her from every orifice of her body feels like, well, listen, the inhaler's full of air, dude. Like you take the inhaler and it puts the air back in you, dude.
I mean, no, it's not. It's full of like rescue chemicals, like.
Yeah, it's
two.
chemicals that-
You're not
that-
dying from lack of air. You're dying from like shit like exsanguination and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
rapid depressurization.
that's what's killing you.
Yeah, your body's just depressurizing.
I mean, but we always know he's an idiot.
Yeah, we know he's an idiot, but it was
So
like,
I've gotten a lot-
well, the best part about that though, Daniel, was that he held the stream up to argue with his chat for 45 minutes about that. That's the best part.
Yeah, well, of course it was because that means he didn't have to play the game.
What game though? It's a Dark Pictures game. There's not even any
And
game there.
That's how much he fucking hates video games.
Even if it's just a movie, he still hates it.
So I'm still trying to beat Neo 2.
Oh.
How's that going for
I
you?
hate this game. This game is so bad.
Don't you? Oh, how are you having a hard time? How am I? I beat it easy. I beat it like 7 times in a row.
Well, you
They
probably do
increasingly
shit like
harder to-
make builds that make sense.
Yeah, I had my unarmed build. I would literally one-shot people at the end. My fucking gauntlets build, just
fucking-
punching
I mean,
people.
Like, I'll like start building in one direction and be like, I'm gonna use this weapon, and then I'll be like, I'm bored of that weapon. I'm gonna use this weapon, and then that weapon has no stats
Well,
behind
what
it.
weapon are you using? What
I'm
are you
using a bunch
right
of
now?
weapons. Like, I don't want to just use one weapon. That's boring.
I love that. That's like, I fucking hate this game. Well, are you gonna stop? No, of course not.
No, I just
Well,
booted it up right now.
First playthrough, you really don't need a crazy amount of skills to make anything work.
Well, I do have a crazy amount of skills, like from like, skill perspective.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you don't need like a crazy amount of like stats. The game, for the most part, will allow it to work.
I still haven't played Neo 2. When I get around to
No.
it, I'm probably gonna do. I know that the unarmed tree is a lot more robust than in the first game, so I'll probably do.
Well,
something
yeah,
like that.
there's a whole like martial arts like gauntlets stuff in the game.
Yeah, so that's probably what I'm gonna do because usually that's the first option I go for if it's there is to do
Yeah, you
is to do
can-
martial arts stuff.
Well, you
You
mean
mean
like
a
the
pretty-
you mean like the fist weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
I love the fist weapons.
they're pretty
so
fun.
much.
I like them a lot. I do a lot of I do really well.
I think they're the most OP. That and dual katanas are very OP.
Fist weapons are just usually
yeah.
what I spring for. in the-
Endgame single-handed, endgame one-handed katanas, you can get some really nasty skills that really fuck things up.
Yeah, they have a lot of good counters with that.
Well, it's good to know that the strategy that I was gonna go for is also one of the strongest weapons. Coincidental though.
Is.
I was gonna use them even if they weren't particularly good, but I'm happy to know that they are good.
Ninjutsu is pretty broken too.
Ninjutsu's
Yeah, I
also
know.
strong in the first one as well.
Ninjutsu's great.
It's like, oh, let me just throw a bunch of kunai at you that do like 1,500 to 2,000 damage each.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
the-
stack
My
that stack.
favorites are the big bombs, the oversized bombs your character chucks.
Oh
Those are
yeah.
my favorite. I love those.
I haven't found those to be that useful. It just seems like they do as much
You
damage.
really have to build in. You really have to build into them. The bomb, the kunai are much. The kunai and like throwing weapons are much. The bombs you sort of have to build around.
Like I use a lot of bombs. Like, but my shrapnel bombs are like do like
Yeah.
2,300 damage. It's just those big bombs. Like I'll throw them, and it's like it just does the same. It feels like it just does the same thing. I don't know. So I tend to just use the regular bombs. But I have like most of my stats went into to dexterity or whatever. Because I like the I guess of all the weapons, like the what's it called? The
I'm excited to use the
Kusarigama
fucking
or whatever.
Oh, I love the Kasari. I can't wait to use the fucking glaive in Chinese Neo. I can't wait
Yeah,
to use the
that's gonna be
glaive in
really
China Neo.
I wonder if they're gonna like base a lot of the stuff around like the legendary swords, like the sacred.
Oda Nobunaga and Guan Yu team up to take over the world.
I mean, Oda Nobunaga will be in the game. Don't.
Yeah. Oda Nobunaga and Guan Yu team up to take over the world.
I'll probably use like I forget what the Chinese called it, but basically like their cultural version of a falchion, like their curved sword.
I don't know. I forget what it's called. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
The sword with the rings on it. The sword with the rings on it.
Yeah, a lot of times they're like stylized. They have like rings on them and stuff.
Yeah, it's got those like notches on the other end of it.
Yeah, they're one of like the
they'd swing them in like wide sweeping arcs rather than like stabbing with them a lot, like with their smaller swords, like with their short swords.
Yeah, they get the idea of chopping. Like it's a chopping weapon. It's
yeah, because that's what like a falchion or a big curved blade is for. Is all the weights on the front, so you can sort of swing it like an axe.
Yeah, so it breaks through guards and armor because they actually had to deal with people wearing armor. So a lot of their weapons are.
Yeah, well, and the whole thing is that you'd bring it around like behind your head, and then you'd bring it through like a huge sweep, and it would like break through like the armor on somebody's neck and just completely truncate their head.
It has the same sort of fighting dynamic as like an axe.
Yeah, except it's the whole thing's a blade, and you can just swing it one-handed.
Yeah, the idea of it is just to bring down a crushing blow on somebody and kind of make that.
Yeah, but I've always liked the Chinese like curved sword martial art. I just found the way they like move around with those really broad sweeps to be very, very interesting looking, very graceful.
Yeah, it's a cool. It's a pretty cool set.
I'm very excited for that, honestly, because I think like visually speaking, Kung Fu is just a very interesting looking martial art. So having like the next Koei Tecmo Souls-like be based around that, I think is going to be very cool.
Well, it's going to have a time travel plot. It's going to have to.
Yeah.
It's in the 1st century AD, and Nobunaga was not alive then.
Nobunaga time travels with his time machine, and he meets up, and him and Guan Yu meet at the temple, and your character's watching is like, are they gonna fight each other? No, they extend out their hand and they give each other like a manly hug.
Yeah, they give each other a
Everyone's like, what the fuck?
And then what you do is you'll have a boss fight with one, and then a boss fight with the other, and then in the late game, you'll have an optional encounter to do both of them. Yeah. Just like in Neo.
Just like in every...
Yeah. You thought one of these guys was hard? You thought the other guy was hard? Well, fuck you, here's both of them. At the same time, and they do not wait their turn. They will all both attack you at once.
All the characters are watching, and they're like, oh no, they linked up.
And then they start.
How do they all know who Nobunaga is? But everyone just knows.
Then
you go into a cave and there's paintings of him from the caveman era.
And then him and Guan Yu start aggressively Frenching. Like they're just like sloppy man kissing each other.
It's like when Araki drew that picture of him hugging.
Alright, I think that's enough.
Hugging Rohan. That's like.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what Koei Tecmo wants to do with Oda.
How much ammo I have for the AR?
I dare say we're ready to beat the game. Why, yes, John. I believe we are ready to beat the game. Also, that fence is just an invisible wall. Cool. Yeah, I need to pick up Neo 2 on sale though. I've played the first one a long while back, but never got around.
Oh, remember this animation?
Oh yeah, where we
it's back.
Cut the wire with our metal wrench. Well, at least this time we're not doing it with our bare hands. At least we have like proper protective equipment on. Oh, hello,
I
jump
was
scare.
wondering. I was about to mention this thing coming out, but it did. It finally happened. I was mentioning when it would happen, but there it was. Oh
Jump scare
no.
worm finally attacked.
This place looks older than the rest of the prison.
Oh, does it now? Jacob, does it?
Wrong weapon? Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that. Barely used up any of your grip.
God. Just...
Oh my god, we're in the asylum where people go crazy!
The Joker's in here! Oh no. Where could
my
the
lord.
enemies be?
Oh my lord. Oh wow, he wasn't just waiting to get up. How shocking. Watch, he's gonna jump out and grab you instead.
He's a scripted grab.
Oh no! There's just nothing. Okay. It's shocking, honestly.
No, he pops up behind me. I'm being tricked.
Yeah, this skunk gun does a lot of damage.
Definitely for skunks.
That's what you do when you're skunking on them.
I don't even need money. Why am I bothering? I'm almost done.
Yeah, you have all the money in the game. You've bought everything. That's a spitter zombie. You can just grip him and pull him over. Oh, he's dead now. I was gonna say you could probably grip him and pull him over.
He's got shotgun poisoning.
Oh, did they have a close range spit?
No, he's just got shotgun poisoning from too many shotguns
Oh,
in the
okay.
head in the body.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, if he was still alive, you could just grab those spitters and pull him over. Is this a fucking dead end?
No, this is where we gotta go.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, I'll attack the wall instead.
Yeah, I saw that. Jesus. You, Jacob, fucking dumb idiot. Go smack the fucking...
There'll be someone behind me on the ladder here when I turn around. Nope.
You'd use a health kit.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll probably get a bunch of healing then.
I wonder, like, if there's in like the Fallen Dynasty, if they're gonna like it's gonna be like a equivalent of like the yokai kind of thing.
Oh, there definitely is. That's their staple there to pad out levels.
Which the thing is like that's like the least interesting part of this game. Like, is fighting them, because it's like they're like, hey, you know, in Dark Souls, how like there were a lot of bosses that were like, you know, you couldn't like stagger, and they did all these things. You had to be really careful. Like, what if everything was that? And you're like, that sounds not fun. It's like, yeah, just like Dark Souls. Like, well, Dark Souls was fun. No, it was hard. No, it was fun.
Oh, I just have ways where I just fuck
you
up
can
the
break-
key really bad.
You can break down their. I mean, there are ways to break down their key. I mean, it's just.
Well, something I tell people at this point is, if you still try to use Dark Souls being hard as some kind of flex, because first of all, it's not hard. So
No,
if you
it's
try to
not
use like beating Dark Souls as some kind of flex, you might actually just have a brain deficiency.
Yeah.
Like,
And when we say it's not hard, we're not like being uber pro gamers.
No,
We're
I
saying
mean this
that
in the
it's a
most
game that
sincere way
rewards
possible.
Patience. Yeah, it's a game about patience, and it's a game about like, I mean, I'm dog shit at pretty much every game I've ever played, but like,
Yeah.
I can beat Dark Souls because I'm patient.
Daniel's a nuisance on
It's
society.
horrible. Jesus, it's fucking.
I mean, and
I might
the
have
whole
like a
thing.
problem.
And that's the whole thing. Well, Dark Souls also rewards learning and experimentation. You just put together an adequate build, and it's like, oh, okay, well, half the game's already beaten itself if you just throw together something competent.
It's just about not. It's about not making dumb choices.
Yeah, it's just
It's
about
kind of
yeah.
what Dark Souls is about.
Make good fucking decisions, and the game will reward you. There you go.
Yeah, and it may not reward you instantly, but it will reward you. You'll beat it. It's not that hard. Like,
Yeah, and again, I don't mean that in the uber pro gamer way. I mean that in the sincerest way of it's really not that hard.
no, it's not like a. Like, most of the time, there's like really easy and viable ways of getting out of most bad situations. It's well designed. It's well designed, is what it is.
Yeah, it's well designed, and it challenges, but it doesn't hold your hand. Some people perceived it as challenging because it's not a game for brainlets, which is what most games from that early 2010s era were, because they were still in the fucking doldrums of the military shooter era.
I mean, I guess if you look at Dark Souls and you try to play it like it's a one of those sorts of like action RPG games,
Or like a character
Then, yeah.
action game, then yeah, obviously.
then yeah, it can be very difficult because like you are kind of underpowered if you try and play it like the traditional way.
It's an action RPG, and both of those terms apply. Action and RPG. You gotta be at least decently skillful, but the other important part is that you do the RPG right. You gotta just,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta just play smart, get a good build going.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. And just be, you just can't like rush shit. You have to play conservatively and play with like a sense of,
Just being conscientious,
caution.
which is what From games have always been, because Kingsfield was Kingsfield was also bullshit in a lot of ways, but that's just being an older game. But it also required being very conscientious. And same thing with Armored Core, which I'm very happy we're getting another entry in that series. Is Armored Core is an immersive sim that's all about being conscientious. It's about building your mech to execute whatever mission you're about to take on with absolute impunity in the smartest way you can. It's just about being smart. Like, some people just aren't smart, and that's really what it comes down to. Do you have any experience with Armored Core, Daniel?
No, I didn't play Armored Core.
I was an Armored Core fan before I was even a Dark Souls fan. That's like my OG From Software experience.
I guess the FromSoft games that I really liked were Tenchu.
Yeah, Tenchu as well, though. Again, Tenchu's also about being pretty conscientious.
It's about very tactical and stealthy sort of ways of playing. It's every level in Tenchu is kind of like a puzzle that you have to approach from like
It was a stealth game. It was a stealth game.
The
Oh,
stealth game
my
is not
controller
executed.
won't work anymore. My controller wasn't working.
Ola asking.
Ew, too many worms.
I think when Sid go what's our word of the game is Shadows Die Twice. What is it?
Sekiro?
Yeah, I think when Sekiro came out, like pretty much all like the Tenchu fans realized we were never getting another Tenchu game
I wouldn't say that.
because
Well,
that was like the
who
closest we
owns
were
it?
going to get to another Tenchu game.
Well, who owns it?
I don't fucking know.
Activision? I mean, if
I assume they
Activision owns
developed
it. Well, yeah, From developed it, but there might be another Tenchu. Dude, Armored Core's happening. The last Armored Core game was published by Ubisoft in 2012. There was like, we thought it was never happening again. Don't give up
Yeah.
hope. Don't give up hope.
Yeah, but I think we thought that if From makes it, it'll be Dark Souls or it'll be
Well,
Sekiro or it'll be something that's not what Tenchu
Tenchu
was.
is currently owned by the Japanese company Acquire, says Ola. Thank you, Ola, for doing that research for us. I don't think so,
All right,
because
that's a ban.
that's a bad. Get the fuck
That's
out
a
of my
ban.
chat. So, I mean, but Sekiro wasn't a Souls game, though, is the thing. It was a Metroid game, basically. It was its own thing, and I can understand that it feeling a little let down that it wasn't Tenchu, because it has a stealth action hybrid system, but there is mandatory action in a lot of stuff, whereas Tenchu is predominantly.
Well, there were boss fights in Tenchu. Like you had to fight like there were bosses you had to fight that you couldn't execute. Like the executing people was more about completing the level in like the best way possible and like getting all the benefits from doing that.
Yeah, but I understand though they're different. They're different games, and Sekiro through and through is designed around being a very Metroid-ish experience. But it's not a Souls thing, and that's something like a lot of people are saying, which I'm pretty like 99% confident they're going to be wrong about. Is people like, oh, Armored Core, it's going to be like Mecha Souls, and I'm like, no, you fucking idiot, it won't be because it's not an RPG. It was never an RPG, and I really don't think that From is going to betray their legacy fans like that by making it a fucking RPG. It's a fucking immersive sim. It's the game. The game's entire lifeblood is on money, not some token XP system. The entire so I think that another Tenchu might happen to some. Oh, here he is again, John. Here's your friend. So I think Tenchu might still happen, but there might be some licensing restrictions that are creating some problems.
It's like Tenchu Wrath of Heaven is really good. Fatal Shadows is fucking amazing.
Well, from what I've heard, From has 4 games in either production or pre-production total in the studio, so they're clearly trying to get a bunch of different stuff done. And I'm sure a lot of that is going to be like non-ARPG like stuff. So
yeah, fuck yeah, Dark Souls 3 re-release. Let's go. It's probably not bad.
Honestly, I'd say From seems pretty committed to moving forward with their IPs.
Yeah, they're not. They don't like this thing. I've more and more people have come around to the fact that Dark Souls 2 is like the best Dark Souls game.
Yeah, I know, and I love that. I'm very happy about that. I'm glad people are realizing that in terms of like just sheer things you can do, Dark Souls 2 is unparalleled.
It has the best PvP.
Oh, for certain it has the best PvP.
Anybody that disagrees with that doesn't know what makes good PvP in those sorts of games.
I mean, also
there's a reason why there's no PvP in Bloodborne, because it would be absolutely god awful.
There was PvP in Bloodborne and it was terrible.
Yeah, but there's a reason why it's not like a thing in the game.
There was no PvP scene. Well, this is the thing too, is in Elden Ring based its PvP framework on Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, like you probably should.
Yeah, they even released a fucking PvP arena mode just recently in a free DLC. They had a free DLC the other day, Daniel, that adds the fucking Covenant of Blood
King,
arenas.
Right? Yeah, it's like the Rat King. I saw something that was like the Rat King guy, which is cool. Because the Rat King Covenant was the best Covenant from Dark. No, well, I'm sorry, the Dark Moon was the best Covenant, but like.
Dark Souls 2 had good Covenants. The Bell Covenant was funny. I like that one.
Oh, that was funny. Man, there was something amazing about Dark Mooning in that game of like invading fucking people's worlds. That was always the best. I always liked invading, but I never liked invading as a red because you're just fighting people that are trying to PvE, and it's like, yay, I'm griefing someone. But like,
No, you're just giving someone a taste of their own medicine.
yeah, when you invade as a like a Dark Moon, it's payback. You're fucking up somebody that sinned. So they're
Yeah.
usually a good
I'll be
PvPer,
right back.
which means it's gonna be a fun fight, and two, they they fucking deserve it.
Yeah, your goal as a Dark Moon is to out grief a griefer.
Yeah, which is what I love doing. I love busting into those people's worlds.
Yeah,
I want them to fucking fear me.
Yeah,
I want them to
but-
fear Blade of the Dark Moon Pumpkin Patch.
But yeah, I think From definitely has shown they have a very strong commitment to moving forward with different IPs. And obviously,
Yeah,
I think their ARPG genre, the Souls genre, I think is going to be a staple at that company. But they're always going to find ways to do it differently, which is what I want from them. Like Elden Ring was a culmination and synthesis of all the things they learned from their prior games going forward. And I think they're going to probably leave their ARPG thing on the shelf for a few years afterwards, because just let Elden Ring sit with the public for a couple of years. And then they might just kind of scale it back and do a smaller ARPG. But, I mean, definitely they don't... I mean, Sekiro was one game of the year. It's proof positive that non-ARPG From games can do really well, because they made a Metroid game and it did amazingly. So,
I mean, let's not talk about Elden Ring like it completely upended the formula of Dark Souls.
no,
like
well, that's
it was
well,
a, it was
I
a very
didn't. I said synthesis. I didn't say
like it was
novel.
not that big of a. It was cool because the open world was awesome.
Well,
that's a really good idea.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that novel, but it combined the elements of Dark Souls 1 through 3 together in a way that we hadn't seen previously, but was still stuff that we were familiar with. That's why I say synthesis. It was taking previously acquired things and turning it into the best version of itself.
Yeah, they did a good job with it, and I hope that they don't really need to make a new game for a while. They can let that game kind of just like age.
Yeah, they might do like a DLC, like kind of like what they did with Bloodborne, where they just did like Old Hunters. They'll probably do one big blowout DLC. Like, I think there's been some leaks about it being like the Badlands or something like that, or it's like some kind of like barbarian DLC where you go to the north, wherever what's his name, the fucking first Elden Lord's from. But
Well, that
yeah,
Whatever, weird gay shit.
the weird gay shit where he wrestles you because he's Senator
Yeah.
Armstrong.
I mean, that's cool. I mean,
But-
I don't have a problem with it. Like, I just had a problem with mostly with Dark Souls 3 and.
Yeah, I had mostly a
that
problem. I think Elden Ring was fantastic. I think Elden Ring was phenomenal and fixed all of my major complaints I had about Dark Souls 3.
Well, that's good.
It was co-directed by the director of Dark Souls 2, and it very clearly takes a lot from Dark Souls 2 and does it, but on a much better time budget, because the whole thing about Dark Souls 2 is that they had to throw it in the trash like halfway through and start over, which is why that game came out, or that game was as unfinished as it was, but still as good as it was for as unfinished as it was. So having the director of Dark Souls 2 have the opportunity to make the game that he wanted to make, or help make the game that he wanted to make under less of a time constraint, really shows in Elden Ring.
Well, yeah, I guess they figured out that you have to give people enough time to make games if you want to make a good game.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
amazing
really...
that it's wild to me that game would not be given the appropriate time to be made. Like Dark Souls 2, it's like this isn't some unknown quantity, It's like you're making a sequel to like a beloved game that's like changed the video gaming landscape. It's like, we'll just half-ass it. It's all right. What do you mean you need more time? What am I paying you for? We need to make more money. It's like,
Yeah, game was
you're
like
gonna make
halfway
money.
into
Like,
game was
don't-
like halfway into development, and then they just had to throw it in the bin for some reason.
Yeah.
Start over.
I mean, I guess developments can be troubled for all kinds of reasons.
Yeah, developments can be super troubled, but I mean, the game's a fucking diamond in the rough, like hidden masterpiece, even for being unfinished. So that says a lot about the quality of the vision behind that game, that it was still as good as it was for how much it suffered in development.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, visually, I'm not afraid to say this to anybody. Visually, it is just the best Dark Souls game, hands down. The
Visual
really,
design,
the really
yeah.
like blown out color saturation, and like all the light shafts and the colors and all the different textures on the armors. It's a fucking gorgeous game. And I love the super ups, very colorful saturation that the game has, as opposed to Dark Souls 3's really dingy fucking gray browns. And Dark Souls 1 has a very timeless look to it. It's decently good, does a good mix of like blends like fantasy and realism. But Dark Souls 2's like really high, dreamlike, mystical like color saturation just does it for me on every level.
Yeah. It has some of the best environments.
Yeah, absolutely. Hade's Tower of Flame still blows me away. Just beautiful, beautiful environment. Majula is the best hub world. Will not take any naysayers on that one.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would disagree with that. Unless they're stupid. There's like a talking cat there. I mean...
Oh, undead, are we?
And like, it has... we said before, it has the best covenants. Like the Rat King...
Or the
Which is
Covenant
so
where you
good.
can just walk up to it and make the game harder. You can just
Yeah.
go. You can just fucking CBT yourself free of charge.
I mean, I do that so the enemies always respawn because I want
Yeah,
to farm the
that's
enemies.
helpful if you need to farm for sure.
Yeah. But like, it has the best covenants. It has like a really good implementation of the Dark Moon Covenant. The Rat King Covenant is amazing.
Yeah, it had some weird covenants because they had the Belfry Guardians and the Rat King Covenant.
Like, the Rat King was really good.
They also had fucking crazy super secret hidden boss with the fucking Covenant of the Abyss.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of. I mean, there were a lot of like lackluster bosses, but there were enough really good ones as well.
There were enough interesting bosses, but really the bosses weren't the main draw of Dark Souls 2. The main draw of Dark Souls 2 was the navigating, like the environments and like the moment-to-moment encounters and just kind of soaking in the game.
I had a lot of, yeah, just like a lot of the exploration was really good, and like I thought what it really added to like the Dark Souls lore and mythology was underappreciated at the time.
I absolutely say so.
I said, what are you doing?
I think that what...
You said you could cure her.
I can.
Sorry, I'm watching this dog shit cutscene. Anyways, yeah, so like what Dark Souls 2 did with the lore, as you say, like the whole thing with the cycles and all the shit that Aldia added to the lore.
Everything will become clear.
Yeah.
I loved that. I think Dark Souls 2's Abandon the Fire ending is like one of my favorite endings
You know what happened on
in
Europa?
I had
that
no
whole
idea what
franchise.
happened on Europa.
Yeah.
I wasn't there when the attack happened.
No, but she was.
Aldia's whole narration at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, his yeah, Aldia's the best. Really, like, does a good job. Aldia's the best character in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
War is linked with her.
Well, there's also Vengarl, the talking head.
Once the sync is complete.
There's also that guy.
Yeah, he's
I
cool.
transfer immediately.
Yeah, but Elden Ring takes a lot of stuff learned from Dark Souls 2, and especially now they separated PvE and PvP damage values and stuff and poise values. So now PvE feels a lot more classic, because when it first started in Elden Ring, the first few patch cycles, it kind of still felt kind of Dark Souls 3-ish, where you get hit and you just instantly get staggered, but now there's actually like real poise values in the game because they
Known as
completely basically decoupled the PvP and PvE systems.
unique ability to synthesize the biofilm.
Yeah, so the game
Poise was such a hugely important part of
The next phase of
Dark Souls 2 combat.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people. I say you lose a big portion of how the game feels and plays
replicate the conditions.
when you don't have when a little rat can nibble your ankles and you fucking go ah.
Like, who would make a game with like all this armor and shit in it and be like, oh yeah, the armor really doesn't matter?
How can you do
It's
this?
like so stupid. It's such a bad idea. And it's like,
He's not acting alone.
And it all came down to, well, Bloodborne was really well liked, so let's just do that. Let's do what we just did, except in this game. It was so uncreative.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree completely. That's been my assessment of Dark Souls 3 for years.
Once synthesized, the antidote will contain the only pure
So
essence of
uncreative.
sulfur. You'll want it.
It had great bosses. Dark Souls 3 had some of the best bosses in the whole franchise, for sure.
Yeah, that's new bosses.
But in terms of like wanting to reapproach the game for like new experiences, it's like, well, what new experience? I'm just
Well, yeah, what new experience?
I'm dive rolling around and pressing R1.
Yeah, that's it. I'm dive rolling and pressing R1. Whereas I've played Dark Souls 2 over like many times.
Well,
Like-
and I use shit like the Blue Moon Sword or whatever, or not the Blue Moon Sword, the I forget what it's called, like the fucking Blue Sword. And it's like a fucking like a sword that also acts as a catalyst, and you can buff it to increase the damage of your magic, and you can cast sword with the sword to make a bigger sword. And it's like, that's fucking wacky shit that Dark Souls 3 wouldn't fucking dream of.
And it's just like how armor changes the game in Dark Souls 2. Like, wearing light versus heavy armor is like a really big deal, like a really important gameplay difference.
Because it changes your dodge distance.
Yeah, and it changes like your stamina.
Your poise values and stamina consumption and...
I liked Poise in Dark Souls 3 a lot. That was my favorite.
There was no
Poise.
where it doesn't exist.
See, that's the joke. That's the joke.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Well, it exists if you're
Yeah,
hyper
funny.
armoring, which basically means it only exists if you're swinging a big weapon, at which point it's already negligible because you're swinging a large weapon. It's fucking bad. It was a very poorly advised choice to make armor basically act like just fucking glorified clothing in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
Elden Ring has Elden Ring has good and truly rectified that. But anyways, Ola asked earlier, about what I think about Armored Core. So as a Legacy Armored Core fan, I'm very excited, and like I said, I had some nervous trepidation because some people are trying to say that it'll be Souls-like, and I was worried for a second. I was thinking like, oh, is From gonna just fucking distill their game down to one formula? But then I'm like, no, of course not. That'd be stupid.
I mean, they're saying that without any kind of like.
Yeah, there's nothing to show for that.
Yeah, there's no reason why you'd believe that.
They might synthesize like a bit of stuff from the combat of some of the Souls games, which I think would be good because by today's standards, a lot of Armored Core's like legacy combat can feel a little stiff. But in terms of progression, it's going to be nothing like Dark Souls because Armored Core is an immersive sim. It's about it's about getting money from doing your missions as efficiently as possible, and then using that money to build, like, piece by piece, customize and mix and match, like, your ideal mech, the mech that you want to make. You, right down to, like, okay, well, I've got, like, a fucking big fuck-off, like, 50mm tungsten, like, depleted uranium slug cannon on my left arm, but then I just have, like, a pretty normal-looking assault rifle on my right hand. And they're unbalanced, so I need to add extra weight to my right arm to balance the mech. Otherwise, when I fly around, I'm gonna lean left. And it's like
I wonder what the bonfires are going to be like in that game when you like sit at a bonfire as like a giant.
It's gonna be
robot.
it's gonna be a techno bonfire. It's gonna be
It's
like
gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be like blue fire. It's gonna be like plasma fire.
It's gonna be awesome.
What we got here is none of our business.
You have an undead mech.
But come on.
It's gonna rule.
Job to do.
Yeah, you got an undead mech. Yeah, no, but it's a mission-based immersive sim. It's nothing like what a Dark Souls game is or would be, and anybody who's saying that it might be Souls-like, I think there was like a leak that Body heard from for somebody who said that it had some Souls-ish elements to its combat, but even that I'm taking with a grain of salt because that's like hearsay from hearsay, and on top of that, they might just be saying that because it turns heads and they want more people to like click on their leaks or whatever. I don't know.
What does that mean? What does that even mean, though?
Well, they said really generic shit, too, is the thing. They said really generic shit, like, the boss had a red health bar, and I shot at him for a bit, and then I rushed him in melee. It's like, okay, well, these are just things that are just very basic components of many different action games.
Okay, so yeah, this is so it's a game. Okay, we've cleared that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People are just being fucking retarded because they've been drinking the From action RPG Kool-Aid for too long. They can't imagine From making anything else. Even
We have
though
to keep in mind that a lot of these people have never played a From game that isn't Dark Souls.
Yeah, well, which is kind of funny though, because it's like, man, how bad can your short-term memory be? 3 years ago, they made a Metroid game, and you've all just collectively forgotten.
You made the wrong choice.
Like, how do you forget that fast that they can make things that aren't action RPGs? Yeah, but I'm pretty confident in saying it's just going to be like a nice, soft reboot of. It's going to be a nice, solid, soft reboot of Armored Core, which is a game that I love very much, and it's about doing missions and making that bread so you can. It's
More missions.
Yeah, doing more missions, and the whole sort of core conceit of the game is you hate capitalism yet you participate in it. How curious.
Make him pay for what he's done.
It's a cool and I mean it's a cool universe and it's a great storyline too. I mean the storyline resets with every numbered entry in the series, but it's the whole universal concept is like what a lot of mecha stories are based on, which is criticisms of capitalism and war.
UJC printing for all your needs.
I'm very excited, is what I'm trying to say. Longtime Armored Core fan. It's been way too long, and it's there's nothing else to really say other than it's fun. It's just a fun franchise where there's a lot of immersive sim elements of being in the garage, tuning your mech, and picking out the weapons and the kind of mech style that you want to have. Like you can make like a quadrupedal crab mech with a human torso on it. You can do anything you want.
Time to destroy the final boss with...
Patches is also from Armored Core. He came from Armored Core for Answer. He was Good Luck Patches, or Patch the Good Luck. He was an airborne sniper, so he's pretty much been doing this whole ambush Chad tactics thing since forever.
And then you play it, and it's like, "Welcome to Anne Orlando."
Yeah, you get the big whoosh sound effect, and then you just get like the wherever you are, like as a big pop up.
Oh no, we're in Anne Orlando again.
Oh my god, we're in Anne Orlando, except we're fighting mechs in Anne Orlando, and we're destroying all the cathedrals, which would actually be pretty cool. But I'm very interested to see how the community takes to it, because I get the feeling From is going to do some pretty good justice to a lot of their legacy fans. I'm not sure how the Soulsborne community is going to take to it, because I think they're going to go in with a certain impression of what they want out of it, and it's not going to be what they think they're going to get out of it, because what it's actually going to be is...
Well, hopefully From will be very clear about what the game is. I mean, all I have to be is very clear about what the game's going to be.
Yeah, I'm interested in hearing more about what they have to say about the game coming up, because the game comes out next year, so it's very clearly pretty far along in development. So yeah. I'm very interested in having them put out promotional material and like little tidbits about the game, because I really want to properly see what it is exactly they're going for with this game. Because what I'm hoping it is just like a very nice, modern reboot of one of their oldest legacy franchises that both is very slick and modern enough to draw in new fans while still retaining the identity that makes it one of their legacy titles. And I don't think that's a hard ask.
No, you're not asking too much.
So I guess I'm just waiting to see what they say, but I'm pretty confident.
Welcome to Anne Orlando, said the mech as you entered Anne Orlando.
Yeah, you enter Anne Orlando and the mech says, "Welcome to Armored Londo. Come sit down at this burning pile of wreckage where you can save your game."
Remember this from Dark Souls? As the guy that the NPC just straight up says that to you.
Then
awesome.
by Dark
I will say,
Souls.
fun fact, by the way, Daniel, there is a version of the Moonlight Greatsword in Armored Core.
This is in all their games.
Yeah, it's in all their games. Just
Didn't start. It didn't start with like Dark Souls. I don't think.
yeah, it was called like the 07 Moonlight Blade, and it was like a wrist-mounted like plasma sword, basically.
I don't think it's in Tenchu. I don't think there's any of those in Tenchu. But Tenchu isn't really about weapons. You don't really get new weapons in Tenchu.
Yeah, well, it wasn't in
goal.
It wasn't in Sekiro either. It's really only in games where you have the option to elect for different weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Armored Core they were called like the 07 Moonlight Blade. It was cool.
Especially when the commonality is finally within our grasp. And
And who's this jabroni?
right on time. He approaches. The survivor.
Dudes.
Solitarius.
Where's the Alpha? Just give me the goddamn antidote. I'm not gonna let her die.
Your friend.
I will be right back. I still have my headset on, so I'm listening to this riveting story. I just gotta use the bathroom real quick.
You're not the innocent you claim to be. You've proven that you'll do just about anything to ensure your own survival.
And what about you, huh? Watching people die for fun? Is that your protocol?
Oh, he said the title, Protocol.
Protocol isn't about death. It's about life. Our future lies out there. Our destiny. But we were not built for life in space. This fragile shell holds us back. We have to evolve if we are to survive. And now, you'll all see why. Proof that my methods are worth the risk. Final contest to determine the true survivor. Humanity. Of my house.
Well, 5-2. You're really a thank you. At first I thought this was a curse, but then I realized it is a gift. This warden has opened my eyes, shown me my purpose. Now, I'm gonna show you. To save you now. No more tricks. No escape this time. I've beaten you. I've beaten everyone. I told you. What's happening to me?
Before recording all that dialogue, they made sure Sam Witwer wasn't allowed to shit for like a whole day. Like, all this dialogue, he just sounds incredibly constipated.
Is that an Hiko face he's making? What the fuck?
Oh my god, he's making an Aigo face. He's what the fuck? Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Striking Distance Studios? That's disgusting. Also, this is literally just Phase 3 Birkin. I'm not crazy, right?
No.
Like, this is just fucking Birkin from RE2.
Oh my. I don't need...
Wow, fucking ads in a fucking final boss who's just constantly swinging at you. And you also can barely outrun him either.
I think I won.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I pressed A on the store button for all the AR rounds I could possibly carry. I think I just had enough. I think I have like a couple shotgun rounds, but I mostly have AR. Because look at that shit. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Hold on, Danny.
You think you've beaten us?
Yeah.
Ferris was weak, an imperfect vessel.
Shoot this guy.
But in that sample is the key to unlocking a centuries-old dream. That's not failure, Mr. Lee. That's progress. And it belongs to me.
No, I don't think so.
Please. This is no time for false heroics. Leave the sample and walk away. There's an escape pod up there. So
Wait, didn't he try to keep us from leaving earlier? Like, now he's like, oh, now you can go.
everything we want.
Also, like,
Tell me, Mr. Lee, what do you
what negotiation is this? Like, he's got nothing to, like, keep us back anymore. Except for that, I guess, but he doesn't want to fight us, it seems.
No, he's just hidden somewhere else.
But surely you know by now. I never lose. No. This time you do.
Wait.
Got you.
Waste. All this to save one life. Don't think you've stopped us. The data gathered here will carry the protocol to the next phase. As for you...
Self-destruct sequence initiating.
Goodbye, Miss Nakamura. And Mr. Lee. I do hope you've enjoyed your stay at Black Iron.
Reactor core approaching critical.
Answer this way.
I have not. I really have not.
So the warden was never here in the first place. I'm glad that was just a whole ass red herring.
One last scripted analog stick forward sequence, and we're done.
Well, now he's actually got some fucking. Now he actually fucking moves his ass. Like, holy shit, he spends the whole game moving around like he's got a stick up his ass, and now finally he's breaking into a proper sprint.
I bet 2 people could fit in there.
Yeah, probably.
There's just one.
Like, I could fit in there. It might hurt.
Yeah, you'd have to squeeze in there, and it wouldn't be a soft landing.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. For everything.
No!
I do belong here.
I'll see you in the season pass. DLC.
I belong here for accidentally carrying an illicit cargo that I really couldn't have known about. and I was just doing my job. Like he wasn't even doing anything illegal.
He learned more about me,
Oh God, shut up.
and I learned more about him. In the chaos of the moment, I didn't realize he had also given me the evidence I was looking for all along. He sacrificed his life so that I could expose the truth. Was he trying to make up for the pain he caused? Or just chasing some kind of redemption? Either way, I hope he found some peace.
Oh, this combat system's so bad.
Ah.
I thought you guys liked Darktide. I guess it.
No, we're playing Callisto Protocol.
No,
He's
you're playing
trolling.
Darktide.
He's trolling.
Yeah.
Don't
Damn,
fall
are
for
you
it.
gonna play Darktide in a couple minutes here?
I mean,
We would if you wanted to.
You guys keep talking shit about it.
I got so scared there at the end. Oh my god.
Oh, thank God, game's over. Fuck off. Holy shit, what a fucking
That's the stream.
Christ. Yeah.
Exit game. Uninstalled. Playtime. 9.4 hours.
Not bad.
We beat it quicker than average.
Good. That's exactly what I like to hear.
There's co-op.
Oh,
Press.
my Discord just fucked up there for a second.
I'm writing my review for the game. Would you recommend this game? No. Bad.
Bad. Bad. Fucking bad game. Bad! If you get this, if you can get this game for free, go for it. But otherwise, don't do it. All right, that's the stream. Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess tomorrow.